I suffer from acne, and scarring and stuff like that. So this stuff has been putting in work. First of all, let me put some Vaseline on my lips. Are so dry. And while I do my skincare, I thought about a crazy story time that I thought I could share. It's actually insanity. So I was talking to, isn't this so cute? It's so tiny. I was talking to my best friend who we've literally known each other since kindergarten. And we were talking about middle school and all the crazy things that happened in our middle school. But two things that we discussed that I even forgot happened. I was like, that is crazy that we experienced that. So I want to tell you because it's insane in middle school. So the first thing is this toner. What is the brand of this? Is it the COSRX? COSRX AHA BHA Clarifying Treatment Toner with low pH formula made with purifying botanical ingredients. This toner refreshes, soothes, and softens the skin. So the steps I take, let me move the mic a little closer to me. The steps I take at night are just a little bit different than during the day. I will show you. The only difference is I use a vitamin C in the morning when I do my skincare, and at night I don't use a vitamin C. But everything else is pretty much the same. So we're starting with the toner. So let me tell you the first story about, it's actually about a crazy middle school teacher. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't know where he's at in life right now. But this was our 4th grade teacher. And one day, he asked us to all get books so we could do independent reading. And the way our class was set up, it's like the whiteboard was in the front, our desk, and then behind us were the bookshelves, which there were a ton of different books there. So this teacher, he wasn't, how do I describe him? He was a little bit sassy, okay? He wasn't like super mean, at least not to me, but he was a little sassy for sure. So, I forgot to mention that the first step was actually the cleanser. So she bought me this La Roche-Posay, Tolerant, I don't know how to pronounce that, purifying foaming cleanser. Dermatologist tested safe for sensitive skin, effectively cleanses and removes excess oil for normal to oily skin. So that was step 1. This is what I started with. I love the color of this. I don't think it makes a noise. So this is step 1. The toner was step 2. That was kind of loud. So during the day, the only difference is my next step, if it was a day, I would use this vitamin C serum. But because it's nighttime, I'm not going to use it. But this is the Physicians Formula Skin Booster Vitamin Shot Brightening. And I feel like it does brighten my skin up, and I feel like it's been lightening my dark spots too. But we're going to skip that for now, and we're going to move straight into Snail Mucin. Snail Mucin Power. Oh, I think that might be the brand COSRX. It says being 96% snail secretion, hydrate mucin. This essence helps the skin to lose less moist while keeping the skin smooth and healthy. So this, you do a little pump, and then you have to tap into the skin. Tap into the skin. You don't rub, you tap into the skin. Okay, back to the story. Sorry. So that much. So he asks us to go pick a story, a book to read. So we go, and this day the class was being a little bit rowdy, and he was very agitated already with the class. So he asked everybody to sit down, and most of the students sat down, but one of our classmates was still standing in the back in the bookshelves. I guess she didn't pick a story. I don't know what got into this teacher, but he flipped out, okay? He flipped out, started yelling. He picked up one of the chairs and threw it across the room, okay? The chair hits the wall, falls. The student was still standing back there because she's like shook, right? I don't really remember like the details on if she said something to him or he said something to her, or I don't really remember why she was still standing even after that, right? All of our chairs had tennis balls at the bottom of the chair so it wouldn't like make the noise or scratch the floor. And him throwing that chair across the room, one of the balls fell off. Could you believe this man picked that ball up and threw it at my classmate, and it hit her chest? Mind you, we are in the 4th grade. This is our 4th grade teacher. He just threw a chair across the room. My classmate was still standing, probably out of pure shock, and it pissed him off that she was still standing by the bookshelf and not sitting down at her desk. Threw a ball and it hit her chest. When me and my friend were discussing this, I was like, oh my god, like I'm seeing it in my head. I'm like, I can't believe I forgot that happened. That's trauma for you, okay? That's your brain makes you forget scary things to protect you, truly. And then me and my friend, my best friend, we were so scared. We left the classroom, ran to the principal's office, and we're like, Mr. Blank threw a chair and he hit Blank with the ball. And they were like, what? I don't remember what happened after that, but I know he got suspended for a little time. And me and my best friend were taken into the office, and they sat us down and they had us like, okay, tell us exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure some of my other classmates were like questioned about the situation, but it was a big deal. Like, this man literally like purposefully threw the ball at my classmate because he was upset. And I think about that now as a grown woman. That teacher should have been fired. Because, like, what do you mean you can't control your aggression around 4th graders? That's in 4th grade, you're like 10, 11 years old. And he's throwing chairs across the room. I said, no. This man needs anger management and therapy because that's crazy. My next thing. This is the under eye cream I use at night because during the day I use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I've showed this one before. I started using this a few months ago. My aunt gave it to me because I have like, what's the name of these little white things that I get? I'm gonna put it on the screen if I can't think of the name. as we're talking about middle school and certain things we remembered, we started looking up a ton of teachers. Because I'm like, where are they now? You know, we were like looking up some of our favorites, some teachers we hated, and he was one of them. And we didn't really find anything on him, like where he's at now. Like that's what we wanted to know. Like, what is he doing now? Is he still teaching? But yeah, that was like actually insane. It was so sad though, because throughout our search, we seen that our old principal had passed away, and we were so sad. I also seen that one of my favorite middle school teachers had passed away, and I was like, made me so sad. The next step is moisturizer. I'm using this one because this is a night pressed serum, but my bestie bought me this moisturizer, which I use during the day. This one's a little bit thicker, not a bad thick. It's very moisturizing, but I use this during the day because when if I'm outside, you know, like the cold air dries my skin up. This is the Double Repair Face Moisturizer. You just need like a little dot of this, and it's enough for your whole face, truly. So as me and my friend are like looking up teachers, thinking about past classmates and the whole nine, we're, you know, remembering a ton of stuff that happened. I remember something that happened that was crazy. There was this boy in our class. I'm not gonna say names because I don't know where these people are in life now, you know. There was this boy in our class that he was a little, I don't know, not problematic, but like, you know, he was a bit mischievous, if you will. And he wasn't always in school. I don't know what the deal was. He was like in school sometimes, out of school. I'm not really sure what the deal was. I don't know if he was in between schools or what. This is the night press serum, the Neutrogena one. So one day he's in school this week, because it was not consistent. This week he's in school, and I don't know if this was like after lunch or whatever, but we were coming back to our homeroom class, and I do not remember if this boy, let's call him X, Mr. Mischievous, not really in school all the time, let's call him X. I don't know if X and my other classmate exchanged words. I don't know what the issue was, or if there even was an issue. But I know that X stabs my other classmate with a pencil in his thigh. And my classmate is just, sorry that was loud, he's just sitting at his desk, just like holding his thigh. Like, we don't really see what's going on, but we just like see him holding his thigh. We're like, what's happening? Then we notice he's bleeding and the pencil is still in his thigh. He's bleeding, which means like he stabbed him deep. My classmate is sitting there and he's like not saying anything, so I don't remember who ended up saying something, but like said something to the teacher like, hey, X just stabbed our classmate. And obviously, you know, they just immediately took my classmate to the nurse. I'm sure they called his mother, and they took X out of the class. I don't know what happened to him after that, but I don't know if he got expelled or what the issue was, but mind you, oh, this is so sad. The classmate that got stabbed, like, he was so kind. me and my friend are talking about all these random crazy stories